Hey Pearl. That's better. Hey Pearl. So growing up, I watched a lot of TV, like every other kid. And if you were like me, you were basically raised up by Disney Channel. I'm talking about Hannah Montana, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Absolutely peak television. I love that era of Disney Channel where everything was just a little unhinged and cringe, but still iconic. And I actually remembered a lot of the Disney Channel original movies that was released over the years. High School Musical, Camp Rock are some of the most well-known, but there's a specific movie that I don't see a lot of people talk about that much. Teen Beach Movie. So Disney Channel basically ran commercials for this non-stop upon release. Like every 5 minutes there was like another ad with people singing about surfing and dancing, and there will always be this stupid voiceover explaining what would happen in the movie.
Mackenzie was having the best summer ever.
Can you believe they're talking about 40-foot waves?
Remember when that was a thing? Like every trailer had like a voiceover that said like, and from the director of, and then stuff like that. But for some reason I never took the time to actually watch Teen Beach Movie, which is so weird because I can remember like 3 songs from the movie. I don't know how. But here, almost 12 years later after the release of this movie, I'm finally going to watch it. We're going to see if it still holds up or if it belongs where a lot of the other Disney Channel movies belongs. So before we jump into this, I just want to say that I'm a big sucker for musicals. I love a good musical number, so maybe this movie is just down my alley. Speaking of alley, let's introduce the main cast of this movie. This movie stars Russ Lynch, aka Austin from Austin and Ally. So if you spent your childhood seeing him singing about Double Take, congrats, we're old now. So since his Disney days, Russ has actually done a lot. He's been in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that Dharma movie, but most importantly, he has a band called The Driver Era with his brother Rocky. I actually went to a concert of theirs in Denmark a couple of years ago, and it was amazing. Then we have the female leading character, Maya Mitchell. She was in that one episode of Jessie, and now in Teen Beach Movie. I don't know anything about her career actually, but it looks like she has a solid career outside of Disney. But let's jump into it. The movie starts off in the most Disney Channel movie way ever. Here we meet our 2 main characters, Mac and Brady. Am I the only one who thinks like Mac is like a weird girl name? It reminds me of Mac from Cars, but she is like the typical Disney Channel girl. She has a plan for her future, whereas her boyfriend Brady is kind of this chill guy who just wants to surf, man. They seem to have a relationship that has been going on for some time, because as in every other Disney Channel movie where the characters have to meet and fall in love, this movie actually already established that. So we start up with a montage of clips of them having the best time of their life, where everything is filmed on a GoPro, and it's one hell of a stinker song. Holy shit, this song is so bad. I hate it so much. At this point I thought that this would be the tone for the rest of the movie, so I was like very nervous for my own mental health here, because this was only 1.5 minutes into the movie. But the song finally ends and Mac tries to tell Brady something, which he keeps ignoring. They keep talking about the best summer of their life and they have to ride this big wave that is coming. Don't think we're talking about Titanic 2 kind of big waves here, but then they go on to meet Mac's grandpa, who apparently calls Brady bro.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Can my girlfriend's grandpa call me bro? Like, that is the coolest thing ever, okay? He's watching a movie called West Side Story, which sounds like an adult parody movie. Let's be honest. Brady and Grandpa bonds over this movie, but they're interrupted by Mac's aunt. So here is where the whole conflict of the movie comes in. Mac's whole thing is that she is supposed to leave for some fancy private school at the end of the summer. We learned that her mom and aunt made that deal. So now we have a whole scene where it's like, don't leave, please stay.
Gotta go my own way.
Aren't you happy here?
It's my mom's journal.
I love how she didn't even answer the question here. You can't leave. This is my shoe. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, isn't it fucking weird to have your mom's journal? I'm sure that there are some pages in there that's probably about the time where she met your dad, if you know what I mean. Oh, did you see the board? Did you? Did you catch that? Then Meg, as one does, decides the best way to deal with her life crisis is to go surf a giant wave. So now we get a montage of her stunt double surfing for some minutes, and then this happened.
This looks bad. She's not paddling in. This isn't good.
Brady then jumps on this jet and tries to go after her, which is like total badass. I don't know who wrote that. That was fucking incredible. I like how the lifeguard does absolutely nothing here. He's probably gonna lose his job tomorrow.
Come on, don't do it.
No, I have to!
Don't do it.
Then the wave pulled them both under. But instead of drowning, they wake up on a sunny day. Mac and Brady then finds themselves on this beach where something interesting is happening. And I gotta be honest, the first song here, it fucking slaps. Surf, 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 crazy. So now we have some teens stranded on a beach in a movie. I'm not proud of that joke. Thankfully, it's Brady's favorite movie, West Side Story. I also think it's so funny that all titles for Disney Channel movies are so freaking simple. High School Musical. Guess what that is about? Camp Rock. Teen Beach Movie. Now, if you don't know West Side Story, it's basically a low-budget version of West Side Story, but instead of rival gangs, it's bikers versus surfers. And here they're fighting over a diner called Big Mama's. So really high stakes here.
What up, dog? Far out. He thinks we're animals. And where you cats from?
Like that is legitimately a good joke. Then the bikers roll up here, and they're introduced with one of the hardest songs known to mankind, Cruisin' for a Bruisin'.
You better run, run, run. Here we come. Revving up and
Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This song is one of the hardest songs from a Disney Channel movie you will ever see. It's so cringe, and it's so good. It's cringe good. What are those moves, bro? I mean, this is something we have to appreciate about this movie, because everything feels so well done. Like, you can see that they actually hired actual dancers for the musical numbers here, which just gives these scenes something extra. Now, we also meet Tanner, who is the surfer protagonist here, or one of the main characters of West Side Story, and Layla, who is the biker protagonist and the other main character of the movie. Anyways, after that masterpiece, we gotta go back to the actual plot. So Meg starts to panic here a little bit because she kind of wanted to get out of this movie to get a future. Where Brady is more like, can we just like stay a little bit, please? Please, can we just stay? So then it becomes night and they end up at this party, and this is where the writers just benefits from this whole concept of being in a movie, because they get away with scenes like this so easily because it makes fucking sense, okay? So now we get Falling Fire, which is, I hate to say it, a great song, okay? It's great. It's not Cruising for a Bruising, but it's great. See, in the original plot, Tanner is supposed to fall for Layla after catching her in a mid-song fall, but instead Mac bumps into Tanner, and now he is obsessed with her. Meanwhile, Layla falls into Brady's arms, and now we have a broken movie. So because of this, the movie starts to glitch or something. Characters don't know what to do, plot beats don't happen, everyone is just kind of vibing in confusion, which honestly might be the most accurate portrayal of being a teenager I've ever seen. So in order to get out of the movie, they think that they have to surf on a big wave again. And luckily for them, at the end of the movie, West Side Story, the villains of that movie are the reason for there to be a big storm at the end of the movie, which causes a big wave. So now we meet the quote-unquote villains of this movie. You probably don't remember them because they show up like 40 minutes into the movie. So it's like this evil scientist named Dr. Fusion and a rich guy named Les Cambert, yes, like the cheese, who wants to use like this weather machine to run the beach and build a resort. I think, honestly, I don't, I forgot they were even in this movie. They pop up for like 5 minutes and have like an evil monologue and then vanish again.
And this thing never won an Oscar.
Love how self-aware this movie is. Mac and Brady didn't realize that the only way to get home is like putting the movie back on track again and have to get the plot rolling. So now the main characters of the movie have to wingman the other main characters of the other movie. It makes sense, okay? So it's like if you start watching The Notebook, but halfway through Rachel McAdams decided that she was like into like the man who delivers the mail instead. So the next couple of scenes here are just them trying to get them to fall in love. We then get this Angry Birds joke.
Where I shoot stuff and I try to hit that angry bird. Wait a minute, angry...
Which I have no idea how they managed to fit in here, but it's actually funny. So now they have this song that's definitely didn't took any inspiration from Grease. And while all of this is happening, the villains, remember them? The villains of the movie? They're still doing this villain stuff, I guess. I mean, their plan is honestly straight out of like a Scooby-Doo episode, and not even a good one. So Brady pretends that he wants to teach Layla how to surf, because, I don't know. And Mac tells Tanner to meet her for some flirty beach time, and somehow this fucking works, okay?
I've always wanted to ride a motorcycle.
Are you serious?
No, I'm Tanner.
Layla and Tanner have their moment, but just when it seems like the plot is back on track, boom, plot twist. Mac and Brady get kidnapped by the villains. That's right, the two grown men who's done nothing in this movie until now. So they tie them up at their evil lighthouse. And while they're tied up, it's here where Mac has a full-on breakthrough. She realized that she doesn't want to go to private school. She doesn't want to be what everyone else expects her to be. She wants to surf and stay with Brady and do whatever makes her happy.
When it's meant to be.
What the Sigma?
Meanwhile, Layla and Tanner, who again have no idea that Mac and Brady are missing, somehow just know that they're in danger. So they rally the surfers and the bikers to team up to defeat the villains and save their new friends. I don't know how they figured out where the villains are hiding actually. Maybe they followed the smell of evil cheese.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
They bust in, destroy the weather machine, and saves the day. Layla gives Mac this friendship necklace.
Friendship forever.
Mac and Brady catch one final magical wave and surf their way back to the real world. And boom, we're back to reality in Eminem style. Mac finishes the surf she started at the beginning of the movie, but this time the main character energy, it sparks in. Everyone is like, yeah, come on, go, let's go. But then her aunt shows up, remember her? And she's ready to drag Mac to this private school. Except now Mac is like, nah, I'm good. She gives a heartful speech about doing what makes her happy and how her mom would want her to follow her own path, and her aunt is like, okay, character arc accepted. So Mac stays, she gets to surf, be with Brady, and live her best teen beach life. Then they have to end the whole movie with a dance and singing number, because they didn't know what to end the movie with. They dance and sing and whatever, so you thought that this was the end of the movie.
Nope.
Because this movie has a post-credit scene, like a fucking Marvel movie. We cut to the beach, and who comes crawling out of the ocean? The characters from Wet Side Story. A random guy hands them a phone and shows them a picture of Justin Bieber, and they all just accept this as the new normal. So yeah, that was Teen Beach Movie. It was weird, chaotic, and absolutely made no sense. But you know what? It was kind of fun. The songs are like surprisingly really catchy, and the "we're in a movie" thing kind of gives a free pass for having a movie with no plot in. Would I watch this movie again? Maybe. Would I listen to Cruising for a Bruising on repeat while pretending to have a leather jacket and dance for myself? Yeah, absolutely. Let me know what you think about this movie. Is it something you have a nostalgic for, or is this just a random Disney original movie? And what is your favorite song from this movie? There are a lot of good ones, and I didn't even mention the one where they sing "Can't Stop Singing, make it stop, make it stop." Don't forget to like this video, because one like equals one leather jacket that I would buy for myself. And remember to subscribe to the channel. We are moving towards 2,000 subscribers, which is insane to me. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I love you. And tell me, what other absurd movies should I watch next? Now, if you will excuse me, I have to go and make sure I don't get sucked into my favorite movie. Bye.